Hello guys. So now we are gonna solve one circuit, but instead of using one light bulb we are gonna use two. So we start as usual, we drag our battery, we select our switch, and now we need to add two light bulbs. Instead of one, we are gonna place two in our canvas. 1 and 2. Now let's see, we can close everything. We connect the battery to the switch to the first light bulb. The light bulbs can be connected together, and be aware that if we close the switch here, nothing is happening because the circuit is still not closed. And now if we close the circuit here, let's see what happens. If we click here, we see that we don't really have any lights here, but there is some current that is flowing. Okay, so let's try and work with that. So we have to start measuring the current in every component of the circuit. So let's see here. The current that is flowing through this battery is 140 milliamps. The current that is flowing through this wire is still 114. The current that is flowing through the first light bulb is 114, and the second one still 114. And here in this cable here we still have 114 milliamps. That makes sense, as the current that flows in a series circuit is always the same. So let's write this down in our document here. This is the document we have to complete, adding one light bulb. So this is our circuit, and what is the current that is giving the battery that is being produced in the battery? So 114 milliamps. Oh, sorry, this one is milliamps. In light bulb A, that's the first one, the current that is flowing through the first one is 114 milliamps as well. And in the second one we obtained the same number. Okay, so this makes sense. Right? So this is what we need to write on our document. And now let's see the voltage. Let's see what happens with the voltage. So we know that the voltage is being produced here, and the voltage that we are obtaining from this battery is the difference between the voltage after the element and the voltage before the element. So we have after the battery we have 1.5 volts, so before the battery we have 0 volts. So we are obtaining 1.5 volts from the battery. So let's write it down. So in the battery we get 1.5 volts. And let's see what happens in the on these light bulbs. So we're going to measure the voltage after the first light bulb. So we have 750 millivolts, and here we have 1.5 volts. Okay, so this 1500 millivolts. So this minus this will give us minus 0.75 volts. So let's write it down. So here we lose let's write the 0 as well, 0.75 volts. And what happens in the second one? In the second one we have 0 volts here after the second light bulb, but before the light bulb we had 0.75 volts or 750 millivolts. So here we are producing 1.5 volts, we lose 0.75 volts here, and we lose 0.75 volts here. So in the end we have 0 volts. Alright? So every voltage that is being produced here is being consumed here and here, and as these light bulbs are the same, the voltage is divided between these two light bulbs. Okay, 0.75 for this one and 0.75 for this one. Let's write it down. Minus 0.75 volts, and we have to check that the voltage that is being lost here plus the voltage that is being lost here is the same as the voltage that is being lost here. We have a plus because we are generating voltage here, and we have a minus because we are consuming the voltage, okay, here on these light bulbs. Okay, I hope this is helpful. See you in class.